Hey gang, how are you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for the 8th through the 15th of September 2021. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you for spending time with us, and please do us a big favor. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Please give us a like, give us some thumbs up, and please subscribe. Let's get right into it because there is so much to tell you about. Let me tell you, we just got through Hurricane Olaf, which wasn't supposed to hit us. It whacked us, it surprised us, and I'll tell you what, just last night we finally got our electricity. Even more so, we got air conditioning. Let me tell you about this. Imagine 102-degree weather, imagine 85% humidity, imagine trying to work in the dark with a flashlight or by candles. And that's not just us. We also had 46 fishermen here at the same time. And on top of that, no air conditioning, no electricity. So that means no ice, that's no margaritas, no cold beer. Most of the restaurants were closed. It really came out of nowhere. Let me tell you, like Nora that we had a couple of weeks ago, we watched it for about 4 days. We keep a very close eye on what's going on with the weather. Obviously, we've got a fishing business. Nora was coming at us and we go, well, let's keep an eye on this. We prepared for it for 4 days. When Nora finally hit us, it was, I hate to use the word, it was like a weather fart. It just blew a little bit. It didn't drop any rain on us, created some waves, and that was kind of it. Kind of a big letdown despite all the anxiety. Now, Olaf, we watched that come up the coast, and according to all the computer experts and the meteorological experts, it was just going to brush up the Pacific side of Baja. It was just going to kind of tickle us a little bit, and then it was going to make a sharp left turn out into the Pacific. Very, very benign. We weren't really worried about it. Although, you know, like I said, we keep an eye on things. Well, the morning of the 9th, I put out the boats like regular. 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I boarded everybody on our vans to Las Arenas, was on the beach in the water, putting our guys out to go fish at La Paz. And the waters were calm. There wasn't a hint of wind. The skies were clear. The stars were out. It was going to be a great day. And off we went to go fish. At 8 o'clock, just a couple hours later, I'm loading our vans to go send our folks to the marina to go snorkeling and scuba diving as we normally do. And as we were loading folks into the van, the skies, I'm not kidding you, it got dark. It was like a giant curtain was coming up from the north. And take a look at these photos. It was incredible. It was like the apocalypse was coming. And without warning, we started hearing the thunder. Ooh, the lightning started hitting. And as we're loading folks in the van, we're all looking at each other going, you know what, I don't think we're going snorkeling or scuba diving today. And I think our boats better get back in because it just opened up. It was just like somebody started beating the drums and lightning flashes hit. It didn't start to rain with little drizzles. It was like buckets of water just suddenly hit us. Jill and I jumped in our cars, started heading towards the office because our Tailhunter restaurant wasn't closed up. We didn't expect anything. And as we're driving down the Malecon, all the joggers, they're sprinting. All the bicyclists, they're pedaling as fast as they can. Everybody trying to get covered. The workers on the beach that usually clean things up and are sweeping the road and everything, they're running for their cars like you would not believe. Everyone diving for cover, and within minutes, it was buckets, torrential, a deluge coming down, and we were immediately flooded. Well, you know, I've been through, I think, 14 hurricanes here. This one, almost like Odile in 2014, came out of nowhere. We weren't prepared for it. No one was prepared for it. In less than 20 hours, we had 12 to 15 inches of rain. By comparison, let me tell you, Los Angeles gets 17 inches of rain in a whole year. We got 12 to 15 inches in less than 20 hours. Winds, 90 miles an hour. Gusts up to 150 miles an hour. Fortunately, I didn't hear of any injuries or any fatalities, gracias a Dios, as they say down here, but it did do a lot of structural damage. A lot of flooding, a lot of roads were backed up. There were arroyos that looked like the Colorado River of mud and rocks and just a huge river of torrent coming down. Very, very dangerous. Roofs were torn off, signs came down, a lot of trees were uprooted. A lot of the new trees that were planted along the Malecon tipped over, a lot of branches all over the place, so a lot of structural damage. Even more so, we had a couple of days, no electricity, a lot of people, no water. We had no air conditioning. And like I said, humidity was high, temperatures were high. Try to go to sleep when it's 95 degrees, humidity is still at 80%, and you're in the dark and there's no air conditioning. You can't reach for a cold beer. You can't make a cold margarita because there's no ice cubes. The refrigerators are down. You couldn't go to a restaurant because they were also closed. And like I said, we had 40-something guys here who really put on their game faces, were really patient with us, and they hung with us. So Olaf really did a number on us. We're just recovering. There's still folks, as I'm recording this, there are still a lot of folks who are without water, without power, without phone service here in town. So anyway, that's a quick wrap up what's going on. Olaf did take off, but just recently we finally got some power on, and I'm sitting in air conditioning, which is, yeah, thumbs up. Let me show you the fishing gallery this week, and keep an eye. Most of these fish were caught earlier before Olaf hit us. Let's get to the gallery. I'll catch you on the other side. Okay then, not a bad week of fishing, wouldn't you say? Well, as I said before, most of these fish were caught before Olaf hit us. We had some really good fishing. It was probably some of the better fishing we've had in several weeks. Dorado were biting, marlin, sailfish. We even got a couple of tuna. There was a really nice mix of fish that were hitting. Then Olaf hits us. And, you know, even when we have a small storm, I worry a lot because if there's a lot of rain, if there's a lot of wind, that means currents are going to change. It means there's going to be some waves turning things over. The rain is going to create runoff. And after a big storm, it usually takes 4, 5, 6 days, maybe a week for things to recover. The waters are really dirty. It brings up a lot of cold water. You just never can tell. And fishing had been so good that, and this is our busy time of year. We've got a lot of folks fishing every single day. I've probably got 20 boats at least every single day, and there's 2 people for every boat. Plus, we've got folks snorkeling and diving. We've got day tours going on. We've got folks trying to get in and out on airports and stuff like that. So I'm really worried after a storm. Well, you know, we had all these guys that couldn't fish for a couple days, and so we really had to get them out. So as soon as the conditions looked like they were at least fishable, we put folks on the boats, and I told them, listen, fishing might not be really great, but, you know, it's better than sitting in your room. It's better than sitting at the pool, especially because there's no cold beer, there's no cold margaritas, there's no air conditioning, so let's get you out. And surprisingly, the fish bit. Now, it wasn't what it was before the storm. I want to be clear on that. But there was activity, there was action. Rods got bent, bonita bit, Jack Crevalle bit. We had a surprising number of sailfish and marlin that also bit. Dorado were fairly cooperative, so there were some fish biting, and with each progressive day after the hurricane, fishing got a little bit better. Waters got a little cleaner, waters got bluer, fishing temperatures got back to normal, the wind settled down, Dorado bit better, still billfish biting. We had some big pargo bite, there's some nice cabiria biting. So overall, I mean, it's going to take a little bit to know completely how things are after the hurricane, but I've got to tell you, as of here and now, and at the time of this recording, fishing looks like it's on the rebound, and it rebounded a lot faster than I thought. So anyway, that's going to be a quick wrap up. I know I talked a little bit, but just to let you know, fish are biting. We got through the hurricane. Everybody's safe. Overall, it was a major inconvenience, but no big emergencies. But let me throw something in. If you're coming down, I repeatedly tell you, buy trip insurance. It's economical. You probably will never need it, but it covers things like the weather. It covers things like cancellations. It covers things for airline flights canceled. You know, we had a lot of folks trying to come in during the hurricane, and they couldn't get in because their flights were canceled, the airports were closed, didn't have electricity. And we had a number of folks here in La Paz that were trying to fly out, but they couldn't fly out either, once again, because the airports were closed, their flights got canceled, or in some cases, the roads were just so flooded, the arroyos were so flooded, they couldn't get out of town even if the airports were open. So trip insurance is a thing you should not travel without, especially coming down to see us. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, take care. Thank you so much for checking in. Hope you're taking care of each other. And once again, please help us get to that 1,000 mark. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and please subscribe. You take care. I'm Jonathan from the Mexican Minute and Tailhunter Sport Fishing. We'll catch you next time.